Powered by the Montana Television Network. Montana This Morning continues on Montana's News Leader.
A vote on Supreme Court Justice nominee Brett Kavanaugh has been delayed. I'm Laura Podesta. I'll tell you when Kavanaugh and the woman accusing him of sexually assaulting her back in high school will speak publicly before the Justice Committee.
There was a bear sighting on the MSU campus late Sunday evening. I'm Hamilton in Bozeman, and I'll have the details for you coming up next.
Good morning to you. I'm Missy O'Malley. Our top story for you here at the 6:30 hour. A vote on Supreme Court Justice nominee Brett Kavanaugh has been delayed. And now Kavanaugh and the woman accusing him of sexually assaulting her back in high school will speak publicly to the Justice Committee next week. CBS's News' Laura Podesta has our latest on the development.
In a publicly televised hearing on Monday, Supreme Court Justice nominee Brett Kavanaugh and psychology professor Christine Blasey Ford will face off, describing their memory of what happened during a high school party in the 1980s. Ford told the Washington Post that Kavanaugh pinned her to a bed on her back and put his hand over her mouth at a party when she was 15 and he 17. He was trying to attack me and remove my clothing, she said. I thought he might inadvertently kill me. Kavanaugh said in a statement, I categorically and unequivocally deny this allegation. I did not do this back in high school or at any time.
Never had even a little blemish on his record. The FBI has, I think, gone through a process 6 times with him over the years.
The president said despite the new allegations and the delay to Kavanaugh's confirmation, he still thinks the 53-year-old appellate judge is on track to become the next Supreme Court justice. Others disagree.
I will just say very strongly, I believe Dr. Ford, the survivor.
Democrats say in addition to Monday's public hearing, an FBI investigation is needed before the Senate votes on Kavanaugh's nomination. The Justice Department said in a statement late Monday that the accusation against Kavanaugh, quote, does not involve any potential federal crime. Laura Podesta, CBS News, New York.
Now, the FBI received a letter on September 12th with the allegations. The Justice Department said it's not the job of the FBI to judge the significance or the credibility of an accusation. The Justice Department says the FBI forwarded the letter to the White House counsel's office. So a lot more to follow on this. Matt, I'm just relishing in this beautiful Tuesday that you're providing for us because I'm really trying not to pay attention to what's happening.
There's a few things you're going to need to pay attention to over the course of the next couple of days. But today, pay attention to what you want.
Okay, sounds good.
Temperature-wise, we're doing all right. A little on the cool side. 30s for much of the area. 23 this morning in West Yellowstone. I expect these daytime highs to top out near 70 for the afternoon today. Really a fairly pleasant afternoon, but things will be changing as we head into your Wednesday. We'll talk about that forecast, of course, coming up.
Thank you, Mr. Matt. Now 6:33, another incident at Yellowstone National Park has a lot of people talking.
This is the Park Service! Get on the boardwalk!
So she said, this is the Park Service, get on the boardwalk. On Friday, a man was caught on camera walking on Old Faithful Geyser, ignoring park officials' warnings. Witnesses say the man was arrested after that incident. And a new video and pictures show that many to believe that same man on yet another natural feature of the park. Kelly Kosak says that she was visiting the park with her family on Friday when she took this video of a man near Barrel Spring heading south from Mammoth Hot Springs. The spring is about 40 miles from Old Faithful, and she said everyone around her, including her own family members and visitors, were yelling at him to get out. Park rangers arrested the man. They said that he had been walking on the cone of Old Faithful. He was charged with multiple violations, including being off trail in a thermal area. Park officials say the individual is not in custody because he was released on bond. The suspect remains under investigation, and the park is unable to release a name or additional details at this time. Yellowstone National Park Superintendent Dan Wank tells MTN that geysers and other thermal features are incredibly dangerous. He says many people have been injured or even killed by underestimating the danger that those sites pose. And there was another close encounter between a bull elk and a tourist at Mammoth Hot Springs. We showed you a brief bit of this yesterday. Also in Yellowstone National Park, this took place on Sunday. Take a look.
Get over the fence!
Now, as you can see in the Facebook video, this is actually a different video from what we showed you yesterday. This was a pair of tourists that were suddenly rushed by an elk, only narrowly escaping it. Now, in the distance, you can see another visitor scrambling for safety as the elk circles back towards the other side of the field near Mammoth Restaurant. Park officials tell us that Mammoth area sees more than its fair share of elk encounters.
You know, I think we have a larger resident group of elk that lives around Mammoth Hot Springs year-round, combined with, you know, Mammoth being a pretty popular destination. So those two things add up to more opportunities for people to get too close.
Herbert says 2 people have already been injured this season after being attacked by elk at Mammoth. He says anyone around elk this time of year should be watchful at all times. He says it's often necessary to be constantly on the move in order to keep a safe distance from elk during the rutting season. Switching gears, the Bacon Rind fire south of Big Sky grew in size over the weekend. As of yesterday, the fire has grown to nearly 4,700 acres. The fire is currently to the west of Highway 191. However, if it were to jump the highway, plans are in place to fight it. Now, this is a change of tactics. Last week, fire officials told us that the fire would be allowed to burn if it did jump the highway.
We have engines and fire crews in place, and it's likely that that fire would be suppressed on the east side of Highway 191. As I said, we have many personnel keeping a close eye on that.
Now, Highway 191 does remain open, but the speed limit has been reduced to 45 miles an hour. And bears and other wildlife make their way into Bozeman during this time of year, looking for some extra food. And MSU had a special visitor late Sunday night. MTN's Emma Hamilton has more.
At about 11 p.m. Sunday evening, a small black bear was seen on campus. This isn't the first time MSU has had animals wandering around on campus.
We try to let the animals do their own thing unless they become a nuisance, and then we'll work with our partners at the FWP to help take care of those animals and then relocate them to a safer space.
Once the bear was spotted over here on the south side of campus near Yellowstone Hall, MSU police sent out an alert just as a safety precaution.
We really don't want it for somebody to not know. We want people to be aware that, you know, this time of year, especially when an animal has been seen around, to sort of be aware of your surroundings when you're walking around on campus. And we don't want anybody to be caught by surprise.
No one was injured in the spotting of the bear, and it ended up making its way off campus on its own. Having these alerts is important for incidents like this one.
We work with the Gallatin County Emergency Management to help send out those alerts. We both use a system that sends out text messages. It can send out automated phone calls and emails as well. And we can target those to people just on campus, or if a larger incident were to occur, we could work with Gallatin County to get the message out to a wider audience. And
MSU was able to reach about 22,000 people with its alert about the bear on campus. In Bozeman, Emma Hamilton, MTN News.
Now, even though many who received that alert may not have seen it until morning, MSU wanted the campus community to be aware of what had happened. And ask any successful business person what their secret is, and they're likely to tell you, keep it simple. In this week's Montana Made, MTN's Chet Lehman takes us to Belgrade, where one business has been doing that for almost 40 years.
Montana Canvas in Belgrade might be the simplest business in Montana. They really focus on the 2 T's, tents and tarps, and have done that since 1982.
Our products are throughout the U.S. and actually throughout North America, and I would tell you Montana Canvas was built just on word of mouth, where one customer got a product, was really happy with the product, happy with the customer service, and it just spread from there.
There are currently 28 people working in this factory just south of Interstate 90. If you ask how Montana Canvas has been able to survive for more than 4 decades, those will be your answers. The people.
We have our office manager been with us 30 years. We have several people in the shop that have been with us 15 to 20, 25 years. So back to what you said, it's a special place and a special group of people, which is why Montana Canvas is still here.
Montana Canvas has moved from truck tarps into the luxury boat tarp world, all custom made right here. Wall tents are great for hunting and fishing camps, But the less adventurous are also finding them perfect for a glamping trip.
But it's really expanding throughout the U.S. So we're focused on that. It really helps us balance our business from spring to fall with obviously the hunt, fish, camp is our core customer, but it kind of brings a new customer base into Montana Canvas.
Montana Canvas could move to a larger city, but those who work here say it's the perfect location for what they do. Nestled in the middle of the Gallatin Valley, tucked in right next to Interstate 90, and functioning under the big sky.
If it will hold up to Montana winters and some of the elements that we get here, you know, it'll pretty much hold up anywhere.
In Belgrade, Chet Lehman, MTN News.
Now, Montana Canvas does more than just make tarps and tents. It also holds the patent on the corner brackets used for every wall tent that the company sells. Pretty fascinating. Stick around with us. Coming up after a quick break, John Amy takes us to a Butte business empowering employees working with different ability levels. But first, we check in with Nora O'Donnell to take a look at your headlines coming up at 7 right here on CBS.
Good morning. Ahead here on CBS this morning, we'll talk to Democratic Senator Kamala Harris ahead of next week's highly anticipated hearing with Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh and the woman accusing him of attempted assault. And only on CBS this morning, our interview with Elizabeth Smart. She tells Gail why she believes her kidnapper still poses a threat to the public and how her abduction shaped who she is today. We'll see you right at 7.